Hello, Seven Smushed Eggies! Welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a bit of a mix and match of opening up a new Peepy and Wee Wee. And at the same time, we're going to be reviewing all of Michael Jackson's albums. And this is excluding Jackson 5. It's just going to be focusing on his solo career mainline shit. So let's get this going, everybody. So there is a Peepy hidden within this bag, and we're going to see who he is, what kind of personality he has, and what kind of ranking we would give him in comparison to the Peepy family. Give me one moment to open up this bad boy. What happened? Proboscious! Your face! It ain't natural. Oh my goodness. This is a lad. Oh my God. He has to be SS. I mean, look at this guy. 6 legs? Bro is a fucking bug. SS. I accidentally call him Promiscuous P. Proboscis P is a bit promiscuous, so that kind of adds to it. But he is going to be the little expression maker. So if I don't like an album, he's going to be frowning. Oh, if I can make him frown, guys. He's like wah, wah. And then if I really like an album, he's gonna smile. Oh my God, guys, I did not order this. I have a ruby Peepy. They gave me an extra Peepy. If today isn't a fucking sparkly, amazing day, I don't know what is. I need to open up this guy. Dude. This is a ruby red rare Peepy. The Peepy gods have smiled upon me. I have never gotten one of the shiny Peepies before. Look at, oh my God. I have no words. This is SSSS. Her name is going to be Elise from Little Goody Two Shoes because if anyone has played that game, we all know that she wears ruby red slippers. I'm actually in so much shock right now. We're going to save this Wee Wee blind bag for when I'm actually rating the albums. These are the options, so he's going to be kind of like in the back burner for now. I'm really excited. I like all of these. Personally, I hope I get Calico P, but knowing my fucking luck, I'm probably not going to get him. But honestly, I'd be okay with any of these. So I know it's been a little bit of a while since I last did one of these album reviews, so it's going to be a little bit different than what I used to do. So excuse me, I had a little bit of a burp. But for this one, I'm going to list my favorite song off the album, my least favorite song off the album, and some honorable mentions that I really enjoyed, but they're not quite my favorite. And then we will go along with the general like rank overall. I'm not going to be going over like the greatest hits albums or any albums that are kind of like repeating songs because I feel like that's redundant. We're just going to be focusing on the 10 albums that he produced. And I mean, I just skimmed that on Wikipedia, so if I find out that some of those are like fucking top 10s or whatever, then I'm skipping it. But let's get started. So for the first 3 albums, I'm kind of gonna skim over them really quickly just because I'm not as familiar with them, so I don't really have as much to say, unfortunately. You're gonna kind of notice that I'm more of a modern Michael Jackson fan versus his older stuff. So I'm sorry if that offends anyone, but that's just kind of my personal bias. I think his music improved a lot more as it continued on. So the first one that we're taking a look at is Got to Be There, which released in 1972. So you already know it's old as hell. It's quite literally older than my mama. My favorite song off of this album is Girl, Don't Take Your Love From Me. My least favorite song is Rockin' Robin, and I would rank this album overall a C. I don't really see myself coming back to it, but I love his voice. He's such a cutie, especially when he was really, really young. So, Proboscious P is giving a neutral. It's decent, but it's not the Michael I came to love, you know? Ruby P, aka Elise, is joining in on this next one. Ben. I like this one a little bit more. My favorite song is Ben. Obviously, that's just a iconic song. My least favorite song is probably Shooby Dooby Doo Da Day. I can't believe I actually said that all out loud. I'm gonna give this one a C+. It's still not really my thing, but I do come back to listening to the featuring track Ben quite often, actually, but I think that's the only one I really come back to. Sorry. So Goldia has stopped by to say hello because she heard that Elise was here, but I think she got really confused because Elise is the name of her mom, but it's not her mom, it's just Peepy. But they talked it out. They're friends. I mean, they kind of respect each other. Goldia's really nostalgic, very sentimental, but you know, it'll do, she said. It'll do. So she's along for the ride. If you see her, that's why she's here. The next album, I didn't realize he made so many before fucking Off the Wall, so I was a little bit unprepared. But the next one is Music and Me, released in 1973, so he was just kind of like releasing album after album, like, damn. My favorite song off of this one is All the Things You Are. And my least favorite is Dogging Around. That's the widest way I could have ever said it, but yes. I'm going to give this one a C as well. And yes, I've noticed I haven't really given any honorable mentions yet, and that's because we're going to wait until it's albums I'm more familiar with. I'm sorry. So now we're on to Forever, Michael. This one was released in 1975. We're almost to Off the Wall, guys, so we're almost there. My favorite song off of this one is We've Got Forever, and my least favorite is One Day in Your Life. And by the way, if a song is my least favorite, I'm not saying it's a bad song. It's just one that I don't really care about. And yeah, also I'm just noticing right off the bat that these songs aren't written by Michael at all, so that probably factors a lot as to why I'm not as interested in them. I'm gonna give this one another C. Okay, so now we're at Off the Wall, and this is when I consider it really like the start of his solo career. I know it's not what maybe everyone agrees with, but this is my ranking, so I don't really care what anyone has to say. This one was written in, or released, lol, 1979. This is my least favorite Michael Jackson album that he released. Not to say that it's bad, because it really isn't. I don't know. I kind of liked it when he went more towards like a edgy rock direction versus like the disco stuff. I know that's not everybody's opinion. I know a lot of people really fuck with this album, but I don't know. My favorite song off of this one is definitely Rock With You. He's such a cutie in this one. It always gets stuck in my head. he just looks like he's having the time of his life too, and it's just a really good song. My least favorite song is Burn This Disco Out, because yeah. Some honorable mentions, I obviously like Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, and I like She's Out of My Life. She's Out of My Life is a banger, bro. Like, every time I don't see my wife for like 2 milliseconds, I'm just putting She's Out of My Life. That's a banger of a song. Who Hurt You? I'm sorry, Michael. This one is gonna get the first B. B, 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 B for beautiful. Nobody's allowed to get mad at me for this next one, Thriller. Nobody's allowed to get mad at me. No, like, I just want to put that out there. No one's allowed to get mad because this is gonna be a hot take. Thriller was released in 1982. It's probably one of his biggest albums to date. It really skyrocketed him into fame. Like, he was already famous, but this shit, like, people consider this his magnum opus, okay? My favorite songs, hold on, I'm looking at the track list. It's like a whole essay. My favorite song is, let me see, probably PYT. I mean, that's just a banger of a song. He really ate with that one. My least favorite song is The Girl Is Mine. I think Paul McCartney can't sing for shit, and he's really annoying to listen to. Like, I'm sorry, I don't like the Beatles. I think it's the weakest song on the album. And poor Michael had to carry because Paul cannot sing for shit. And that's just how it is. Honorable mentions, I really like Beat It. I like Billie Jean. I like The Lady in My Life. I mean, there's a lot of really solid songs here. I'm giving this one an A. And I know that's kind of controversial. It's not my favorite at all. I'm actually not a big fan of the song Thriller at all. I don't know if it's just because it's overplayed on the radio every fucking Halloween or what, because it's not a bad song. Like, it's really catchy, but it just kind of annoys the fuck out of me at this point. I also don't really like Human Nature. I know that's kind of controversial as well, but the message is there. It's really pretty, but it's kind of it's skippable to me. And also, I kind of have trauma from the Thriller music video anyways, because as a kid, I used to, like, literally cry and scream and have to go into the other room if somebody was putting the music video on, because it was way too scary for me. And my whole family laughed at me and shit, but I don't give a fuck. Like, I was scared of Werewolf Michael. I was scared of Zombie Michael. I felt like it was gonna be like The Ring and Michael's gonna come out and fucking kill me. Like, I can't do it, okay? It was fucking terrifying. So, Thriller, unfortunately, is gonna have to get an A for me. So Tingy here told me that he wants me to take a little bit of a break in between the Michael albums and open up the Wee Wee. And I have to listen to him. Like, bro, look at him. He's adorable. And also Freya agreed as well. So, I mean, say less. Let's open up that Wee Wee and see what that bad boy is. Guys, once again, in case you forgot, there's Hamster Wee Wee, Calico Wee Wee, Yellow Stain Wee Wee, Angel Wee Wee, Robot Wee Wee, Clover Wee Wee, Cell Phone Wee Wee, or Secret Rare. So let's see what we got. Oh my god. I think it's Robot. Bleep, blort, bleep, bleep, blort. He's naked. Oh my god. He's beautiful. I really like him. I'm honestly just relieved I didn't get Cola Wee Wee. That was my least favorite. But didn't get Calico, but it's okay. He's really cute. He looks like a little Teletubby. And his friends seem to really like him. So he's going to get a solid S. Not my fave, but Look at him. You can't be mad at this guy. So now we're back to the Michael Jackson album review. We're going on to Bad. This one was released in 1987. This one is a huge step up. This is when my ears are peaked. This is when I'm sitting down, I'm attentive, I'm listening 200%. I love his whole aesthetic in this era. His little edgy little jackets. His bad boy persona, even though he's such a sweet little guy. Let's go on to my favorite song. Okay, my favorite song is actually Streetwalker, but I know that's only in the anniversary edition, so we're not gonna count it. So, dude, where the fuck is the track list? Do not piss me off. Hello? Okay. So if we're not counting that, which we're not because that's not how it was released, I'm gonna go with Leave Me Alone is my favorite. My least favorite is Man in the Mirror. I know, controversial. Man in the Mirror is a song that makes me viscerally angry, and I have no idea why. Because it's a really, really good message. Like, it's literally wholesome. There's nothing wrong with it at all. But I just don't like the song, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I just don't like the song. This one has a lot of honorable mentions. I love Liberian Girl. That's a banger. I love Just Good Friends. I love Smooth Criminal. I love, I love Speed Demon. I always play that on the highway, and it makes me feel like I'm not driving the speed limit, even though I'm a really good person and I drive the speed limit. I'm sorry if that pisses you off. A lot of people honk at me. They're not a big fan of driving near me, but I'm sorry. Yeah, I really like this album. This one really stood out to me. This one's getting an S. It's not my all-time favorite, but I come back to this one quite often, and the anniversary edition is quite good as well. A lot of the new songs are bangers. On to Dangerous. This is my favorite Michael Jackson album. I might have a bias because I grew up with this album. We had the DVD concert set with all the music videos and the whole live concert. So I've watched this and listened to this particular album quite often growing up. But I think it holds up to this day as being one of his best albums known to man. So this one came out in 1991. So it's kind of like going towards his more modern era. And my favorite song, let's take a look at the track listing. Like, I don't know, I know everyone really likes Quincy Jones and like his writing, but honestly, when Michael has the freedom to write his own shit, it just sounds a lot better to me. It sounds a lot more like his vision. So I don't think he necessarily needed Quincy to be the most based pop singer, you know what I mean? This one's hard because I really like a lot of the songs on this album. I think my favorite one would have to be maybe Remember the Time. I really like that one. The music video is so iconic too. Like, he's so golden and he looks so cute and good, and he becomes like, oh my god, that one's so cool. My least favorite song is honestly Jam. Unfortunately, I think that one is a bit too repetitive, and I mean, it's a good song. It's just kind of one that I skip on this album. Some honorable mentions. I really like In the Closet. I love She Drives Me Wild. I love Can't Let Her Get Away. I love Who Is It? I love Will You Be There? I love Dangerous. I mean, banger after banger on this album. Proboscious P is a huge fan, even though I just got him today. He's just been eyeing the album the whole time. So me and him collectively, we're giving it an SS plus. This is a banger. Banger. So now we're going to be focusing on history. I'm ignoring disc 1 entirely because that's literally just greatest hits, and I already said my piece on that. So we're just going to be focusing on disc 2. I also grew up with this album, so I'm going to have a bit of a bias once more, but I don't really care. I don't care what you have to say, okay? I am always right, okay? And if you disagree, you will be reaping what you sow. That's all I'm going to say. My favorite song on disc 2, this one's also really hard because I really like a lot of the songs. I think I'm going to go with Tabloid Junkie, just because it's a really fun song, and it's really different from what he would normally write. And I mean, I kind of got into this one semi-recently, because I don't know, I guess I just didn't have that much interest in it as a kid, but now I think it's a banger. My least favorite, I guess Little Susie, just because just thinking about it, I can't really remember what that song even sounds like, so it wasn't really memorable to me. But this one has a lot of honorable mentions. I love Scream. I love They Don't Care About Us, Stranger in Moscow, This Time Around, Earth Song. Bro, that's an iconic song, bro. Earth Song. He ate with that. Money, I love that song. I love You Are Not Alone. I love Childhood. Childhood is such a sad song. Like, it really gives insight on his perspective, and I wish more people try to understand his point of view instead of always framing him as this bad guy. Because yes, I believe Michael Jackson is innocent, and I don't really give a fuck if you disagree, because you're just a closed-minded person and you're basically a sheep. I'm sorry to say that, but I'm not going to argue. It's up to you to do your own fucking research instead of believing all these bullies and terrible propaganda against him. It's just so fucking heartbreaking, honestly. Childhood is definitely a song I recommend to kind of understand his perspective, because he wasn't always the best at explaining himself or defending himself, because he was such a gentle person, and I think unfortunately it backfired against him when it came to the public media. But I really empathize with the guy. I think we as a society really failed him, and he did not deserve to go through the pain that he went through. That's all I wanted to say about that. Too Bad is an amazing song. History is an amazing song, and his cover of Smile at the end is a perfect closer. He puts so much emotion behind it, and you could just really feel how genuine he is. This one's gonna get an S+ for me. I really love this album. I think it's one of the best ones you can buy, because if you want all the greatest hit shit, you could just listen to disc 1, and then disc 2 is all new stuff. So this one's a really consistent choice, in my opinion. So this is the last one that he released when he was still alive, Invincible, 2001, the century I was born. Not everyone can say that they were born when Michael was alive, so that's a dub. That's a dub in my book. I know a lot of people give this album a lot of shit, unfortunately, and I think that's totally unfair. I really like this album. I mean, I owned it. I listened to it quite often. I think people just need to shut the fuck up and give it a chance, because it has some really good songs. My favorite song on this album is Heaven Can Wait. It's a banger. I mean, if someone sang that to me, my wig would be snatched, okay? My wig would be snatched. I would be bald. Oh my god, dude, I need to shave my legs. I just like look down and yikes. Anyways, least favorite song though is probably 2000 Watts. It's not a bad song though. I do enjoy it. It's just my least favorite. Lots of honorable mentions on this one. I really like Unbreakable. I love Break of Dawn, Butterfly, Speechless. You Rock My World obviously is a banger. Cry, Don't Walk Away, Privacy, Threatened. Like, every song on this album is a banger. It really, really is. I can't really say that about Michael's older shit. So, he popped off on this one. And there's also so many fucking people working on this, and you can tell because it's just like such a amazing album. I'm giving this one an SS. Not an SS plus, but an SS. Just because it's really, really good, and I think it deserves a lot more credit than what it is currently, dude, I forgot how to speak English. I forgot what I was going to say, but that's going to be an SS for me, Invincible, and I just realized I completely glossed over Blood on the Dance Floor, so I need to add that one in. Demerol, Demerol, oh God, he's taking Demerol, 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 oh God, he's taking Demerol. So we're on to Blood on the Dance Floor. This one's a banger that is also overlooked quite often, and I actually have to pull it up because I don't remember every... Dude. Every time I look down and see my big ass double fucking chin, I just want to run myself over with a fucking tractor because it's pissing me the fuck off. And you know what? I lost my fucking gua sha. So I want to kill myself. On the dance floor. Dude, I hate when I look up Blood on the Dance Floor and it's that cringe ass band. Stop! I don't want to see them. He's so fucking scary. Freya agreed. I don't know if you heard her, but she went... Ah. Okay, so let's take a look at the track listing. This one has a lot of good songs, super underrated too, in my opinion. I mean, I know there's not a lot of new songs on this one, but the new ones that they do have are really good. Not a huge fan of the remixes though. I think the remixes are what kind of slows it down or knocks it down a peg. But my favorite song on this album is obviously Blood on the Dance Floor. I mean, that's just a fucking banger. Oh my god. My least favorite is just all the remixes. Sorry. Some honorable mentions is Morphine. That song is a banger. It gets stuck in my head. It's also really sad, but it's a banger. Is It Scary? Ghosts. I just think of the little short film he did and he ate. So yeah, I'm gonna give this one an A just because all the remixes kind of like knock it a bit down, but I do listen to those original songs quite often. And Hubert, he's a really big fan of Morphine. It's his favorite song. Every time he hears it, he comes into frame. He's the reason why it gets stuck in my head all the damn time. So, A. I cannot make this up. Look at these two. Like two peas in a motherfucking pod, bro. So cute. So now we're doing the last albums. The last two. These were released after he was dead, aka post-mortem albums. The first one, Michael, super controversial, was released in 2010. The controversy around this one is that they used a Michael Jackson impersonator for some of the tracks. So it's not really a Michael album. I don't know why the fuck they thought they would get away with that. That's super awkward. My favorite song is I Like the Way That You Love Me. That one just so sweet. That one sounds really good. The weird thing is that a lot of these post-mortem songs sound really overproduced. It's a little bit It's giving like AI generated before AI generated was a thing, but I really do like that song. My least favorite song is any of the ones that were done by the impersonator. I just can't really support that for obvious reasons. Some honorable mentions. I like Hollywood Tonight. I actually don't remember if that was his voice or the impersonator, because honestly I can't tell. I know Monster for sure was the impersonator, so I don't like that, and I think Behind the Mask as well. But I hope Hollywood Tonight was safe, because that one's a banger. And then I also like Best of Joy, but I'm gonna have to give this one a D overall, because I actually don't really like some of the songs, and the impersonator shit really rubbed me the wrong way. Like, that's just kind of gross that they tried to market it as Michael's voice, allegedly. Let's just say allegedly in there. Okay, lastly we're gonna go to Xscape. This one's a lot better. This one is like actually legitimate. This was released in 2014. I actually own this album. I remember, like, kind of threw me for a loop, because it's so weird, like, hearing new music from him. Like, it makes me wonder how much shit he has in the vault, for real. My favorite song on this one is Chicago. It's just super banging, super banging. And my least favorite is probably oh my god, dude, I fucking hate this. Xscape. I'm just gonna say Xscape, okay? That's my least favorite. Some honorable mentions. I love Love Never Felt So Good. I just don't like Justin Timberlake. He's ugly. No offense. And I mean, like, he's ugly as a person. He's okay looking. He's kind of just like NPC looking a little bit. I'm kind of mad that he's in this track. I love Slave to the Rhythm and Blue Gangsta. This one is peak. This one's an SS. This one just has like bangers all around, and I be coming back to it. So I think that is all of them. This video is a lot longer than I expected. I do intend to do more album reviews. I'm really sorry that I haven't. I'm really sorry. I'm lazy. I'm lazy! I'm lazy as fuck, okay? I just really, really am. Dude, the way it's fucking lagging. I don't know if it's gonna show up when I actually edit this, but yeah, I'm lazy as fuck, but I have been listening to music. It's not that I stopped listening to music. So when I remember, I will do it again. I can't tell you when, but stay tuned. Bye!